Hi guys, sorry it's been a while since I've put up a video, unless you count the NaNoWriMo updates, but not all of you might be interested in writing, so I'm sorry it's been a while, but as you may know if you have seen those videos, I was on holiday. I went to Paris, or actually I went to France for a week, but we mostly went to Paris. We went for 2 days and we saw the Eiffel Tower for the first time in my life. By the way, I've never been to Paris before, except Disneyland Paris when I was 5 years old or something. I can't really remember it except for a few glimpses, but that doesn't really count. So I saw the Eiffel Tower for the first time, and I saw Arc de Triomphe, and then we walked down the Champs-Élysées and I saw the Notre Dame and this obelisk and the Louvre and everything, and it was awesome, and it was just amazing and I really want to go back there. And then the week after that we went to England and we stayed in Eastbourne for a week, where I used to live, so that was pretty awesome. And of course, you're probably expecting this, but I bought so many books. But anyway, this isn't about that. It's gonna be a video pretty soon of all the books that I bought on holiday, and it's a lot. I don't have any money left, like at all. What else is new? But this is actually about the BookTube-A-Thon, as you probably guessed from the title, or is it down there now? Anyway, the title. If you don't know what BookTube-A-Thon is, it's basically this marathon of reading books that's hosted on YouTube, and there are some challenges. I'm not gonna do all of them, but the main challenge is, of course, to read as many books as you can in 1 week, and the challenge that they always give is read 7 books in a week, so a book a day. That is quite a lot, but yeah, this is the first year I'm participating. I always miss it. I always see it when people are already halfway through or just finished. And this time I'm gonna do it. I was early this time. I actually forgot about it again. I saw it a few months back. I was like, I need to remember this, and then I forgot about it again. But then I saw someone's video on the BookTube-A-Thon, so yes, thank you for that, for everyone making videos, because you made me remember. So if you want to participate, you don't have to have a YouTube channel or anything like that. You can do whatever you want. You can read as many books as you can in a week, which might just be 1 book if that's like a lot for you, which it could be. I mean, a book can be quite a lot, especially if it's a thick book. Then just read 1 and try to finish it in a week. If you want to read 15 books, go ahead. And it can be comic books, it can be manga, it can be anything you want. There aren't really any rules. Like, there are some challenges and stuff, but you don't have to do it. It's for you. But if you do want to participate and maybe, you know, interact with people online, the date, let me just check it. You can also, by the way, follow BookTube-A-Thon on Twitter. The date is August 3rd till August 9th. So yeah, that's 1 week to read 7 books. And I'm going to show you my TBR pile right now, and let's hope that I can manage to actually read all these books. This is the pile of books that I'm going to read. They're all basically new books except for the top one. And I'm just going to show you them one by one. The book on top is the only book I already had, and it actually completes 2 of the challenges. If you want to know the challenges, I'll leave the link to the video down below, and that's also the channel where you can find all the information about BookTube-A-Thon. The book is The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. So it's blue. That was one of the challenges, have a blue cover, but it's really blue. And your last name, like the letter that your last name starts with, which is G for me, or T, because it's D, I mean, because it's Noortje de Graaf, but de is like this little tiny thing in between, and my real last name would be Graaf, so I choose the G, so Neil Gaiman. And it's actually also a book I really want to read, so that's another challenge done when I actually start reading it. So yeah, I'm gonna finally read this one. I've been wanting to read this for years. Not that many years, because it hasn't been out that long. But since it's been out, actually, I've wanted to read this, so now I'm finally gonna. Tiny one, H.G. Wells' Slip Under the Microscope. I actually bought this in Paris, in the first English bookshop on the continent. Apparently that was in Paris, who knew? So, you know, it doesn't, so in Europe, but it doesn't count the UK, obviously. And it was the first English bookshop, and I bought this there, so that's pretty cool. It's really thin, but it is, you know, a little bit more old-fashioned, so it's probably a little bit more difficult to read than, you know, a really modern YA book, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it's not cheating, is it? This is one of my books. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna manage to read this, and I really want to read it because I love H.G. Wells. This book is another challenge completed, the last book that you bought. This is the last book that I bought in England. It is a Doctor Who book, as you can see, and it's the Shakespeare Notebook. So I think it's basically, I saw this a while back, like 1 or 2 years back, and it was a bit too expensive for me then because I already ran out of money as usual. And now it was only £4 at the Works. So that was pretty cool. And it's basically, you know, Shakespeare style Doctor Who story, just like you have the Shakespeare style Star Wars stories, but I think this is the original one. And I'm really excited to read that. So that's book 3. Book 4 is also a new book. Oh, these are all new books, so I don't have to keep repeating myself. It's Legion by Brandon Sanderson. I just finished the 2nd book in the Mistborn series, and it was awesome. And I really want to read the 3rd book, but I didn't want to read it for the challenge because I'm afraid I might rush it too much if I do that. So I'm probably gonna read that either before the challenge or after the Tube-A-Thon. I mean, before the Tube-A-Thon or after the Tube-A-Thon. This one, as it says, is actually signed by the author. I'm gonna show you the signature. I didn't meet him, unfortunately, but I did get some signed books on this trip, so that's really cool. There's his signature. What's that supposed to be? I don't know, but it's cool. And it's also a pretty thin book, but I really want to read this. I'm not really gonna tell you what they're all about because I'm gonna do a wrap-up video, obviously, and then I'm gonna tell you. Next is a young Sherlock Holmes book. This is the 2nd book in the series. I read the 1st book a while back. I actually bought it on my last trip to England last year, and I absolutely loved it. So this is part 2. I found it, yay! And I'm gonna read that one as well. Hopefully. I hope I'm going to read all of these. Oh yeah, this one. The Potion Diaries by Amy Elworth, right? Yeah, Elworth. It's just, I don't know. It says, mix 1 part magic, 2 parts danger, and let the hunt begin. But on the back, like what I read, it sounded really funny. I think this is a really funny book. So I can't wait to read it, and I'm gonna tell you all about it when I do. The last book is this one. It's A Red Sun Also Rises by Mark Hodder. I don't really know a lot about this book except that, you know, the back sounded interesting and the cover is gorgeous. I actually got this at Poundland. So if you live in England and this seems interesting to you, it's only £1 at Poundland, at least in Eastbourne, but I guess they kind of have the same stuff in every Poundland at the same time. Probably. I don't know, but this is it, and this video is already way too long because it was supposed to be a short one. So let me know if you're participating, if you've read any of these books, and if they're any good, and what books you're gonna read, and I hope we all make it. I'm gonna go now, make another video, and I'll talk to you guys soon, and tell you all about whether or not I managed to read all of them. Bye!